Hello, friends. Welcome back to Turn a Stone Tarot. I'm so glad you're here today. Let's take a look at your next big adventure. I'll be leaving it up to your spirit guides in terms of the kind of adventure that they want to bring through for you today. I'm thinking this could be anything from a travel adventure to a new adventure in employment or business of some kind. It could be a new home location for you. It could be a life change of some kind. All kinds of adventures are invited here today. So we'll leave it open to your spirit guides. We'll take a look at the tarot cards and see what they want to bring forward. You have 3 choices to choose from today, so I will be dividing the readings into 3 groups. Please choose whichever card you feel most drawn to. Group 1 is the Co-Create card. Group 2 is the Here and Now card. And Group 3 is the Go the Distance card. Timestamps are in the description box below. Please click ahead to your group and I will see you in your reading. Hello, Group 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading about your next adventure. So let's look at your cards and see what's coming towards you in terms of an adventure. The first card that you were drawn to in the intro is the Co-Create card, and this has a number 40 on it. There's a cheetah here, there's an owl, there's an egg, it looks like there's a balcony here kind of underneath the name tag there. So lots of interesting symbolism going on in this card. I think it's very interesting. The immediate message I got from this card, the spirit guides came through and they said, co-create. They're like, well, what do you want to do? I got the feeling that you're maybe waiting for a sign from spirit, or you feel like you're waiting to be inspired by something, or for some kind of guidance or signal that you can go on an adventure. And I get the sense your spirit guides are coming right back and saying, well, you tell us what you want to do. I think there's a sense that you're waiting for your spirit team to let you know what you should do next. And they're kind of asking you what you want to do next. So I think, I think this reading is coming through for you to encourage you to take the lead, to go ahead and feel confident making a decision. I think it's so interesting in this card. This has a cheetah in it, and the cheetah is like the world's fastest land animal. It can get up to 80 miles an hour when it's running. But here in this card, it's just sitting here, not going anywhere. So I get the sense that, you may be feeling like you're kind of waiting around. There's maybe something you want to do, but you're not really sure if you should go forward with it. And the spirit guides are coming through to say, well, let's create this adventure together. You tell us what you want, we'll help you make it happen, but we're looking to you for your direction. What is it that you think might light you up, or that you're interested in? They're very much kind of giving you the green light to create what you want, and they'll follow your lead and help you make it happen. So let's continue with your cards here. I did ask Spirit what area of your life we're talking about here. What area of life is this new adventure? And I am getting strong travel vibes from this card. I mean, again, we've got this cheetah, which moves very quickly. We've got this hummingbird, which is flying through the air. We've got an image of the sea here in the Hermit card. So you may be traveling overseas. Maybe that's something that you've been thinking about doing, traveling overseas. This Hermit card can often depict solo activities. So maybe you want to take a solo trip. That might be something you've been thinking about doing, but maybe you're a little bit on the fence with it here with this cheetah card. So I think Spirit is coming through to encourage you along this journey that you want to take. I'm also hearing knowledge with these cards as well. We've got the owl here, which is often a symbol for knowledge. The Hermit card is often a seeker of knowledge, often inner knowledge. So you may want to go to another location to study something, go to another location to go on a retreat, perhaps, maybe a spiritual retreat here with the Hermit card coming out. These are all of the possibilities that are coming through. with this card combination. I'm also getting the sense that with this adventure, you really want things to go well here with the Six of Wands card coming out. In fact, this may be holding you back. You might be one of those personalities that you only want to do it if it's going to go well and if it's going to be a success, and you want the experience to be a positive one. And Spirit is saying, sometimes those expectations can actually hold us back. We're not willing for things to go south in any way. So sometimes it feels easier, just to sit on the fence, sit on the balcony here, as we're shown in this card, and not take an action. But Spirit would really encourage you to, maybe reconsider waiting around on this opportunity, because I think there could be something really beautiful for you. And I think it could go very well for you here with the Six of Wands card coming out. And again, if you're looking at doing something alone, and maybe if that is a little daunting to you, I really think it's probably feels more daunting than it truly would be in actual practice. I asked Spirit also for some advice for you for this next adventure. And I'm getting a similar message here with the Two of Pentacles. They're showing me, again, some back and forth. I'm getting the sense that you're kind of back and forth on whether you want to go on this adventure or not. And Spirit is really encouraging you to embrace the discomfort. Obviously, with this image of this woman on top of a tall building balancing something, that doesn't look very easy to do, but she's doing it. It's one of those embrace the fear and do it anyway kinds of sentiments. It's like it might feel a little scary, it might seem a little impossible, but with the Emperor card coming out here, I think, again, Spirit is saying, hey, you take the lead, you get started on this journey, you start making things happen, and Spirit will be right behind you, backing you up, helping you kind of balance the impossible here. I feel like there's a lot of back and forth going on within you about this next adventure. And, really, it's up to you to make a decision and make things happen. And I think, you can trust that you'll have the support of your spirit guides, your spirit team, as you go forward with this adventure. I did also ask Spirit about what might be the fruits of this adventure for you. So if you take this adventure, if you go forward with it, what benefits might it offer you? And we're getting the King of Swords here and the Two of Wands. So this is showing me that by doing this, by taking this course of action, by going on this adventure that you're kind of sitting on the fence about at the present time, you're going to have more confidence in making decisions for your future. You're going to see that you can decide to do something, that you can go forward with your plan, that you could have things work out, that you can balance tricky situations if those arise. And you're going to ultimately come into more confidence as a result of taking this journey. So, as some of these cards suggest a solo journey, this will only apply to a few of you. But for example, if you're going on a solo trip, maybe for the first time or one of the few times you've traveled alone, I think this trip will give you much more confidence to continue more solo travel into the future. I think you'll find that you're able to manage whatever comes your way. The Two of Pentacles is a card that's showing me, you're going to manage any ups and downs that come at you, especially with the Emperor coming out here. You're going to have mastery over any uncertainty that comes your way in this next adventure. And this is really going to increase your confidence in a very positive way. I think you're also going to be able to gain some valuable insights through this adventure. You're going to be able to stitch these new experiences into the overall fabric of your life, I think in a way that's going to be very rich, very rewarding. It's going to really help you kind of understand the story of your life in some way. That is coming through for me. I'm seeing the eyes here on her skirt, so I think you're going to be able to see things that you're going to have certain facts and realities and understandings illuminated for you on whatever this adventure is. So I think you have a lot of beautiful, rich insights to be gained through this adventure. And also, Spirit is telling me it's also going to be, very inspiring for you. If you go on this adventure, you're going to have more faith in being able to dream up new opportunities for yourself, new ideas for yourself. You'll have increased confidence to believe in your own dreams and to act on your own dreams. I think it's going to help cure some of this tendency that you may experience of kind of sitting on the fence, not wanting to take action, maybe some overly perfectionistic tendencies of, not being willing to risk anything unless you know that it's absolutely positively going to be a success. I think this experience will help you become a little more flexible and give you the opportunity to kind of see out into the horizon more for more future opportunities, more future adventures perhaps that you want to go on to, and you'll have more confidence in taking positive steps in those situations. So I finally asked Spirit just for sort of one closing thought for the reading, and this is really beautiful. I want to show you this a little more closely. You got the Lovers card. So I think this adventure is really going to help you feel more integrated. You're going to have more self-confidence as a result of this adventure, whether it's a trip, whether it's a study experience. Those things are both coming through, whether it's a retreat of some kind. It's really going to help you harmonize aspects of yourself so that you'll have more self-trust. And if there are any fears that you need to work through as you're going through this experience, I see you being able to nurture those fears along. And for a couple of you out there, I think you're going to meet a significant person on this journey that you're taking. Just saying, the Lover's card did come out. So for one or two of you out there, I think there could be a very significant connection that you will make along this journey. So beautiful reading, group one. Oh my goodness, I love your cards. I think this looks very positive. So, really work with Spirit. They want to work with you. They want to help you make this happen. They want to get you off the fence, I think, with this co-create card coming through. I'm also going to choose a card for you from the Flower Oracle deck. I thought flowers would be nice. This deck here, this is the Mystical Moments Tarot. It often has a lot of flower imagery in it. You've got one flower here. So I often think these two pair together very nicely. So let's see what flower wants to come out for you. Just give me a moment here while I shuffle. Oh, I get this one's coming out. Okay. And you've got the Crab Apple, number 10. So I'm going to get the book for this. I haven't had this deck very long, so I need a little assistance with some of the meanings of these flowers. So number 10, Crab Apple. This card says, number 10, Crab Apple, look at your reflection in the mirror. It is transparent and pure. You can stop your incessant cleaning and accept that reflection. Now look at the woods instead of each individual tree. Observe divine works and not a speck of dust. You are innocent and pure. There are gifts that are not lost, but merely forgotten. So I think Spirit is really encouraging you, not to focus on the tiny imperfections, perhaps, that may that things that you can't control in this great adventure that you want to start on, but is encouraging you to kind of embrace the whole experience, to, experience yourself as a divine, pure being, and know that that purity is going to carry you through, and you can expect to have a very fruitful experience, a very fruitful adventure, and you can live life to the fullest here without worrying just about the little specks of dust that may crop up along the way. All right, group one, that is the reading that I have for you. This was your next adventure. So I wish you all the best with this adventure. It sounds fantastic. It sounds really wonderful. I know there might be some internal hurdles to navigate as you move forward with this. So I wish you all of the very best with that. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate it. If you're willing to give me a like and subscribe, I would appreciate your support. It really helps my channel and it helps me keep on doing the work that I do. So thank you for that. So I will close out your reading now. Thank you, group one. I hope that your day is filled with light, love, and boundless blessings, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Hello, group two. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading about your next adventure. So the card that you were drawn to in the intro was the Here and Now card, and the number is 32. So 32 may be significant for you. What I noticed right away about this card, she's holding a little flag here, and this little flag says, "You are here." So this reminds me of, those little trail maps or park maps, and often the directory map will have a little flag that indicates you are here when you are reading it. So with this, I'm getting you may be, your next adventure may involve a location change, so maybe a move of some kind. That's certainly possible. However, this is a very interesting card because obviously the title of this reading is Your Next Adventure, so it's kind of a future-focused reading. However, this card is very much encouraging you to live in the present, to not look to the past, to not look to the future so much, but to really anchor your awareness in the present moment, in this exact moment in space and time. So I'll get into that a little more deeply as we go into your cards, but it's very curious because obviously there's some degree of wanting to look forward with you choosing this reading. We're talking about the next adventure, so it's not the place you are, but the place you want to go. But this card is very much bringing you back to the present time. I think there's something Spirit wants you to address right now, here in this moment. And let's take a look at it. So let's get into your cards here. My first question for Spirit was, what is the area of life where your next adventure will occur? And I'm seeing something really interesting here. We've got the Ten of Swords in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. So Spirit is telling me that you may be dealing with some feelings of insecurity, maybe some worrisome thoughts. You may be not taking action just now on certain things that inspire you. So what I'm hearing from Spirit, in part of what your next adventure in life is going to be, healing your relationship with life. So let me explain. I think, this is showing me a little bit of that conflict with the past and present going, or the past and the future going on here. I heard someone say once that our fears of the future are really always fears of the past. What we really fear is not wanting to repeat perhaps difficult experiences that we've had in the past, and so we fear the future. So you may be experiencing some fears of the future, some fears of the unknown, and those fears may very much be pointing to things that have occurred for you in the past. With the Ten of Swords card here, I'm often getting the feeling of somebody being very heavily criticized, Somebody being a bit picked on, perhaps. It's the card of a lot of people saying, oh, you can't do this, or you can't do that, or you're not good at this, you're not good at that. And with this King of Wands, this is the card of like passion and designing, directing your own life in ways that you feel inspired to do. But this card is in the reverse position. So I think in the past you may have suffered some discouragement around the life that you wanted to create for yourself, some discouragement around passions that you wanted to pursue, things that you wanted to follow, actions you wanted to take even. And at the time that you're coming across this reading, you may be a little bit in limbo, like not sure where you want to go next. And I think it's drawing your attention to the present moment, and maybe it's inviting you to heal this relationship that you have with the past so that you can ground yourself more fully in the present and deal with some of the thoughts of uncertainty, perhaps fears and anxieties that are holding you back from going ahead into the future. So let's continue. I did ask for Spirit also for some advice about your next adventure. And they showed me some really beautiful cards here. My goodness, the Page of Pentacles. It's this beautiful childlike energy. It's very enthusiastic. It wants to see the world. It wants to have worldly experiences. The Sun is a very bright card. Also, again, very bright, very positive, a lot of purity, a lot of innocence, a lot of enthusiasm and positivity here. So I feel perhaps that, this beautiful, bright, pure, positive part of yourself may have experienced some repression to some degree. Maybe the people around you in life just didn't know what to do with all your enthusiasm and brightness and positivity. And it may have, it may have triggered some negative reactions from them, frankly, because they weren't in line with this part of themselves. And when you showed them this beautiful positivity and enthusiasm for going out into the world and doing these wonderful things, they came back at you being discouraging and critical and not supportive. So I think Spirit is coming forward today. It wants you to get in touch with this original part of yourself, this beautiful positivity that you have, this beautiful enthusiasm you have for experiencing the world, seeing things, doing things, enjoying life, enjoying nature. I'm getting a strong sense of enjoying nature, communicating. I'm getting communicating with the animals, or communicating in general here with this bird that she's holding. I think you have a lot of lovely, positive, bright energy that is currently being masked, I think, by maybe your mentally returning to the past, thinking of all the times you were discouraged or perhaps criticized unfairly, not wanting those situations to happen again. And this part of you really wants to come forward, and I think it wants to experience life in this beautiful, positive, forward-moving way. So, again, Spirit is inviting you to the present to help you deal with this conflict that may be going on within your being, so that you can get to a new place in your life that's more aligned with who you truly are, and not with some painful past experiences that you may have had. All right. I also asked Spirit what would be the fruits of kind of going on this internal journey, working with the bright parts of you, the positive parts of you, the enthusiastic parts of you that may have been suppressed or denied in the past. And Spirit is showing me, again, a healing of your relationship with life here. I think by getting back in touch with this side of you that really wants to explore the world in a positive way and spread your light, shine your light out into the world. I think you're going to be able to integrate that part of yourself into your being more fully so that you can enjoy the fruits of this wonderful person that you were born here to be. I think you're going to be more comfortable with uncertainty here with the Two of Pentacles coming out. At the present time, you may not be comfortable with uncertainty here. And again, I think this is pointing back to past events. And Spirit doesn't want you to be projecting into your future some of the difficult things that you've experienced in the past. So Spirit would like you to be more comfortable with uncertainty, with not quite knowing how things are going to turn out. Spirit would like to invite you to look to the future with hope and positivity and with expectation that your hope and positivity can be fulfilled here. I think Spirit very much would like you to have mirrored in your reality some of the beautiful, bright, hopeful, positive, enthusiastic aspects of yourself so that you can experience yourself more fully. And not be held back by these past energies that may have discouraged you and left you feeling hurt in some regard. And then I did also ask Spirit for some additional advice, some parting words, maybe kind of a summary here of what we've been speaking of. And Spirit brought forth the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So some beautiful, lovely feminine energy coming through, regardless of what gender you may be. But you may have had a bit of a wound around being soft, being receptive, being compassionate, really helping things to nurture, being a nurturing kind of person, a nurturing kind of personality. What has occurred, I think, may have taken you away from those qualities within yourself. So I think as you heal, maybe some of the disconnect that has happened with your brighter, more positive side, you're going to be able to come into this feminine, nurturing energy. I love that you've got the sun, and in the Queen of Wands here, she's holding the sunflower. So I think you're really going to be able to harness the light within your being, and you're going to be able to help the world around you flourish as you do this. You're going to be able to, metaphorically speaking, grow a beautiful garden, help things to flourish in the world. You're going to be able to contribute to a mutually flourishing environment. For some of you, you may have a partnership in store that may enrich your life in this way, that may help you see the more positive side of life and to help you ease into that side of your being that is more positive, more bright, and more encouraging and allowing. Also, for some of you, as I mentioned, we talked about a move. You may be changing location to a place where there is more nature abundant. I see that for you. Some of you may be growing vegetables, growing flowers, tending to forests, tending to plant life in some way. I do see that coming through as well. So I think Spirit is bringing this message forward for you today to let you know that now is the time to begin to heal your relationship with life so that you can tap into the more positive, nurturing, enthusiastic parts of your being, so that you can be more comfortable with uncertainty, so that you can integrate this positive side that I think has been almost trained out of you in the past. You can allow it to enter who you are. You can get in touch with the more authentic you, and you can kind of grow into this beautiful, compassionate, nurturing spirit that you truly are. All right, I also want to draw some flower oracle cards for you. So let's see what Spirit wants to bring forth for your wisdom from the Flowers Oracle. One moment as I draw a card for you here. Let's see, it can take a little time for these cards to come out. All right. So the card that came out for you is the Heather card. Let's take a look at that one. I'll draw two cards for you, but let's start with this one. I'm going to read from the book on these cards because I'm just getting acquainted with this deck. It says, number 14, Heather, this flower will make you appreciate silence and peace. Silence is born of a peaceful mind, peace that is born of the acknowledgement of limits. You can live peacefully, as if you were in a fluid connection with the world. Widen your perspective on the hills. Oh, that's beautiful, group 2. And I really love this card for you. You know, this Ten of Swords card can often talk about, as I mentioned, anxieties, worries. So I think Spirit is inviting you into a more peaceful era of your life where you can experience mental peace, and I think peace in your relationships with others and with the world at large. So really beautiful card for you. Let me get you one more Flower Oracle card. All right, and you also received the Vervain card. This is number 31. The Heather card is number 14, by the way. And the Vervain card says, your enthusiasm is a sacred fire. Respect it and nurture it carefully. In this way, neither you nor others will burn with the flames of your passion. Tame the fire to heat the earth. Oh, beautiful card. And especially you've got these two wands here, and I think Spirit is inviting you to address sort of that fire of enthusiasm and desire. I think it's an important energy within yourself that you want to nurture and develop a new relationship with. And Spirit is bringing forth this beautiful Vervain card to encourage you to look at your enthusiasm, that motivation to see and do and create and build, and develop a new relationship with your enthusiasm so that it can carry you forward in a positive way in life. All right, my group 2s, that is the reading that I have for you today. This is your next adventure. So really beautiful, very unexpected. I wasn't expecting this kind of adventure to come forward, but this was the message that Spirit wanted to share with you today. So I wish you all the very best with this. I wish you a wonderful today and a wonderful future. May your day be blessed with love, light, and boundless blessings. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next reading. Hello, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading about your next adventure. Let's take a look at your cards and see what's coming up for you. So the card that you were drawn to is the Go the Distance card. And the number on this card is 47, so that may mean something to you. This card depicts a cheetah. It looks as if it's going at top speed over a desert landscape. So I'm getting a few messages. This reading may pertain to travel for some of you watching this video. And obviously with Go the Distance, this could be long distance travel, traveling to another country. You may be traveling over a desert. You may be simply traveling overseas. I see you traveling at great speed. So to me, that usually indicates air travel, but it can be other forms of travel as well. But very interesting card. Let's talk about it more as we get into some of your other cards here. I asked Spirit, what area of your life is your next adventure in? And we got the Nine of Cups upright and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I'm getting a lot of love energy here from this reading. So your next adventure may very well involve love. Certainly you can be traveling and perhaps, dealing with love in your travels. Maybe you're traveling with a love partner, or you're traveling and along the way you meet a love partner. That's certainly a possibility with this reading. However, what I'm seeing here is that you are really looking for fulfillment in love, emotional fulfillment, love fulfillment. I'm getting the sense with this Knight of Cups being in reverse and the desert scene depicted here, you may have been waiting a long time for love. This desert sort of suggests, kind of being parched, not having the emotional nourishment perhaps that you need and desire. The Knight of Cups in this position, suggests something that you've been waiting a long time for that hasn't yet arrived. That's certainly possible for some of you watching this video. But I do see your next adventure in life very much dealing with love and emotions, emotional fulfillment. So let's continue on here. I asked for Spirit to give me some advice for you regarding this next adventure. And very clear message here. They're showing me the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And with these two images, this is definitely free yourself kind of energy. With this, I love this figure here, has a love tattoo. So again, we're returning back to that concept of love. So I have to tell you, group 3, I'm getting the sense that perhaps something has gone wrong in love for you in the past with the way these cards are coming out here. This Knight of Cups to me is suggesting some kind of upset in love, something that has perhaps kept you from feeling fulfilled in love. And with these two cards both representing, some kind of imprisonment, here there's an angel figure in a cage and a person behind bars. I get the sense that this upset in love has left you feeling trapped, imprisoned, stuck perhaps, with these little rivulets of, it looks like water here. I think this upset in love has drained your energy, has left you feeling just trapped in a situation that you don't know how to get out of. And Spirit is encouraging you to revisit this at this time. It really does want you to go the distance. You do have the strength and stamina to get through this emotional process so that you can open your heart to love again. You may be feeling a bit shut down here. I mean, look at the position of this angel figure. It's kind of hunched over and head down. So, that feeling of kind of drawing in, maybe feeling a bit heartbroken. The Seven of Wands can be a sense of, a lot of things coming at us. Maybe you have a lot of internal dialogue about this love situation, maybe mistakes that you made, mistakes another person made. You may be revisiting that in your mind kind of over and over again, and it's leaving you in a situation where you're feeling a bit trapped. But there is definitely hope here. Spirit is giving you a message of hope. This, you can open the cage here. You can pry these bars open. My goodness, you're a cheetah here, which can travel at incredible speeds and do incredible things and survive in incredible conditions. So you have the power to work through this, to open the doors, to bend the bars, and get into a more emotionally fulfilling position for yourself in life here. I did also ask Spirit for additional guidance here for you. What would be the fruits of going on this journey of freeing yourself for emotional fulfillment? Again, we're getting some travel indicators here too. So if you are looking at a long distance trip, this is coming in here with she's holding the telescope, kind of looking out off into the distance. So distance is kind of recommended here twice. With this image on the balloon, I was getting Rome, I was getting Vienna, I was even getting, hotels, kind of large hotels, sort of sensations there with this imagery. I'm getting, Africa here, Australia, New Zealand. These are just some examples. It won't apply to everyone, but these are coming through. But definitely more travel indicated here. So if you are dreaming of a trip, I think Spirit is very supportive of a trip, perhaps. It can help you get a new perspective, perhaps, or might help you along this love journey that you're in. With this Justice card coming out in the reverse here, again, I'm feeling the sense that maybe you made a mistake in love. Perhaps did you make some kind of mistake that you feel oh, just not good about? And are you hanging on perhaps? And I mean this in the kindest possible way, but maybe you're just not feeling good about how you have behaved in love in the past, and you're feeling a bit stuck. And you're feeling a little down about this, even perhaps with this image in the Eight of Swords. And perhaps that's why you've been, perhaps for a long time, kind of in this desert almost of love and relationship and connection. Maybe you're feeling bad about something that you've done in the past, and you really haven't quite been able to fully forgive yourself. And I think Spirit is coming through now to encourage you to go on this journey of self-forgiveness. Release yourself from the burden of this guilt that you may be holding on to. Allow yourself to be compassionate with yourself. Love is always a lesson for us, no matter the experience we have in love. So if something went wrong, Spirit is encouraging you to find within yourself the forgiveness so that you can move on. Spirit doesn't want you to hang on to this sense of guilt any longer. It really wants you to be looking ahead and not looking back into the past. This is very much, this cheetah's moving forward. This Queen of Swords has her telescope trained into the future. Spirit really would invite your gaze forward at this time so that you can find the emotional fulfillment that I think is waiting for you. Then finally, I asked Spirit for kind of an outcome card or a summary card for you. And they're showing me the sun. And this is the brightest card in the deck. So you really must take hope from this reading if you take anything at all. I think there really is some emotional, loving connection available for you. I think this is perhaps like a last little bit of a nudge. I think you have been going the distance for some time as you come across this reading. And I think this is just that last little bit of nudge forward for you to let you know, your horizon is very bright. You do have possibilities waiting for you. And the sun is also a card of warmth. You may have been without the warmth of a loving connection for some time. I think there is a warm, loving connection coming in for you. I think it is on the horizon. You may be assisted by a travel journey that you feel inspired to take, but certainly there is brightness, warmth, positivity ahead for you, and Spirit is encouraging you to let go of this sense of perhaps remorse, perhaps guilt, perhaps grief even over a love that hasn't worked out in the past. All right, I'm also going to draw for you from this Flowers Oracle deck. It's a fairly new deck for me, so it might take a moment for me to get I'm going to read from the book to determine what your message fully means. But let's draw a card for you and see what comes out, just to further your message a little bit here using this deck. All right, so we have for you, you received this card that says the Willow, number 38, the Willow. Oh, beautiful card. Love the imagery on that. The willow tree obviously is a tree of strength, and it is the tree of grieving. It is the tree associated with grief. So that you may resonate with, you may feel still a sense of grief over some past love experience. That might be something that rings true for you. And the book says, Willow, self-responsibility makes you free. You feel that you can sail your ship even with headwinds. Complaining will get you nowhere. Find the right strategy and strength to move on. Bon voyage. So again, more of a travel message. They want you to go on life's beautiful forward journey here. If there was some mistake that you feel you have made in the past, it's okay to take responsibility for it, accept the lessons that were learned from that situation, move forward with your life, and I think you can look forward to a very beautiful future here with the sun coming out as your final card in this reading. So my group 3, I hope this reading has been helpful for you. I hope you have found it beneficial for your life. I hope you have a wonderful future, and may your day be filled with light, love, and boundless blessings. And I will see you in the next reading. Thank you.